While the rest of the motorcycle industry struggles with inflated pricing, Suzuki is offering the 1250cc, full-fared all GSX1250F for less than £7,000. That's partly because mechanically it's almost entirely a Bandit 1250cc, but the fairing and accessories list make it more useful and sportier looking. The GSX1250F might pack a 257 kg fully fueled weight, but it hides it well. The seat is low and the bars raised, putting you in a good position for low-speed traffic splitting or hustling along an open road. Bumps expose the limits of the cheap suspension. Using the rebound damping adjusters might help. Smooth roads are no problem. The GSX steering sweetly but stably with no excess pitching back and forth. The braided spring stamping in the forks over the Bandit help. The ABS is good too. There's pulsing through the lever, but it's not harsh and it rarely cuts in even on greasy roads. The 1255cc engine is as effortlessly grunty as it was in the Bandit 1250. Power is concentrated in the low and mid-range with a seamless delivery. It tails off in the top half of the rev range. Most of the time you'll get the best by short shifting and making use of the poke around 4,000 revolutions per minute. Bandits are traditionally mechanically tough, but with power build quality. The GSX 1250 FA's steel frame is smartly powder-coated, but fasteners and fittings will suffer if you don't stay on top of cleaning it in bad weather. It's neatly designed, the fairing is smart, the metallic paint looks good and the dash trim looks smarter than bare sports bike cockpits. Learn to use a bucket and sponge. The GSX 1250 FA does give a little away to more expensive rivals, but it's stupendously cheap as bike prices rise across the board. It's barely more expensive than 600 all-rounders, and the same money as 3 or 4-year-old premium wall. If you're after a motorcycle as a workhorse, the GSX 1250F fits the bill. There's nothing else for the money that's as happy to tour, commute and scratch on back roads. Find a Suzuki GSR600 for sale as a 7,000-pound big bore machine. There's not a lot of goodies as standard, but what the GSX 1250F has is useful. A center stand is standard. The seat height adjusts between 805mm and 825mm. There's fuel gauge, gear indicator, twin trip meters plus a trip that starts counting when you hit reserve. Incidentally, reserve is 5.5 liters of the 19-liter tank, so the first warning comes on early, and a final warning comes on with just a liter to go. It doesn't help form a realistic picture of when you should fill up. The mirrors are effective too. Compare and buy parts for the Suzuki GSX 1250F.